Welcome to International Securities Exchange's podcast series. Facilitated by renowned educators, ISE podcasts are intended to teach beginning as well as seasoned investors the ins and outs of trading. To find an updated list of podcasts, please visit www.ise.com/podcasts. Please be sure to listen to our important message following this episode regarding the risks of investing in exchange-traded options.
Raghee, thank you very much. Just want to ask you one question. Could you just talk a little bit more about what you're doing at Twitter and how all the attendees could come and learn about what you're doing there, how often and all that kind of thing?
Depending upon whether I'm in town and how actively I'm trading, what I use Twitter for, and by the way, I have a personal blog you guys can check out too, which is basically just www.RagheeHorner.com. There's my blog there as well. The reason I mention the Twitter is, one, it's a great price, free, and two, it's updated more often. And what I do there is I share different chart setups, different articles. If I posted a chart setup or something I'm going to trade, it's almost real time. So that's what I do at Twitter. I think I had a couple postings on the cable this morning, and if I am option shopping, I'll post it up on Twitter. So it's just an interesting way to kind of keep tabs of what I'm doing. And if you have a question about it, you can reply back to me on Twitter. And with that 140-character limit, it keeps the conversation very succinct and very on target. And I think it's just a great way to communicate.
That's great, Raghee. Every time you come, it's so interesting that you don't use a lot of, I know there are so many indicators, but it seems like you really just, I know you look at them a little bit, but price is really key for you. I mean, you have to use those three moving averages that sort of keep in the right direction. Is that essentially the biggest part of your decision-making is being on the right trend?
Identifying the trend is definitely at the heart of what I do, because I think everybody out there has a basket of strategies that they use, but somewhere along the line, nobody told us when to use them. And I really do feel that every strategy has an ideal time that it can be used. So if you have a swing trading strategy, if you're a trend follower, what better way to deploy that tactic than understanding when the market's actually trending?
Right. Well put. Well put. Raghee, I want to thank you. Again, you can check out Raghee at her Twitter, so you can watch her tweet, and also RagheeHorner.com. Is that correct, Raghee?
RagheeHorner.com. That's absolutely right. That's my personal blog.
So I just want to give you one quick moment to have some closing comments, and then we'll wrap it up, Raghee. Thanks again.
Thank you. Just a couple ideas, gang, is don't feel that options have to supplant what you're doing right now. Options are a fantastic supplement, and you might actually even find at some point they become more and more a part of what you do every single day. But a lot of people think that they have to abandon what they're doing in order to incorporate options. And what I'm telling you here is use the right tool for the right job. Sometimes, quite frankly, I'm going to go into the spot, but a lot of times in situations with bracketing, like we're seeing a lot of confusion in the market, sideways markets, that's where an option becomes very powerful and even more powerful than being in the spot. So remember, if you understand which tool to use when, you'll get very comfortable with utilizing options, and you'll find just how powerful they can be, and they'll maximize a lot of the approach that you might be using now, but really most often they'll be able to do the same thing with less risk. So again, don't feel you need to supplant what you're doing now. It's all about supplementing and giving yourself more a wider view of opportunity in the market. So again, thank you very much for your time.
Raghee, thank you. Tremendous insights and great comments I've received, and I'm sure I'll get more in the next 24 hours. So thank you so much, and I hope that you'll come back sometime early in 2010, and we could, sort of listen to your thoughts on the markets. And as you said, we'll see what happens over the next 8-10 weeks, but January is right around the corner.
Absolutely. You guys couldn't keep me away. You know that.
Thanks again. So thank you, Raghee, and I want to thank all the attendees. We had a really big crowd today. It's always great when we have these the special guests that are so popular as Raghee is, so we get such a big crowd. So thanks for joining us. On Thursday, we have Jack Crooks with us, and Jack is very popular as he talks about currency flows. And he also writes a daily newsletter, Currency Current. So please join us on Thursday. That'll be the same time, 4:30 Eastern Time, 1:30 Pacific. And then next Tuesday, we'll have more guests coming back. So on behalf of the ISC, this is Steve Meisinger, wanting to thank you. Not only that, thank Raghee, but again, I want to wish you a safe and happy trading day tomorrow. Thanks so much, everyone. Bye now.
Thank you for listening to our podcast. To find more podcasts on options, stocks, alternative markets, and market data, please visit www.isc.com/podcasts.